Okay, so here's the much asked WOD review for Yang. So the map is Route 66. It's a payload map. And Yang is playing Widowmaker. So, as we know, Widowmaker has 175 health now, which is so they nerfed her. Let's see how she's doing. Okay, let's pause it here. First of all, let's see the team comp. First of all. So, we have team with Mercy, Orisa, Pharah, Lucio, Hanzo, and Roadhog. Classic 2-2-2 against Yang's team then. And Yang has a McCree, Soldier 76, Mercy, Reaper, and Doomfist in his team, which is not that good because he has only like one healer, which is not a very strong healer either, and 5 DPS players, so it's gonna be really hard. Good thing about picking Widow is shouldn't be that, like, Widow counters Pharah is basically what I want to say, but they have Orisa's shield protecting the rest of the team, which is not very good for the Widow. Okay, let's see. Let's proceed. So, Yang's on low ground, trying to get some picks, going high ground, and that was a great shot of Pharah. And yeah, he's trying to get Pharah, which is good. Like, Pharah died. And that was a great save here, you know, that was good. Shit. Anyway, so we see the team is not really pushing the payload, although you're really trying to get that shield down, which is like, which is, you know, something your soldier is supposed to do. Just to destroy the shield, you shouldn't be really bothering. But then again, you don't have like much playroom either, because, you know, the Pharah died and the rest of the team is behind the shield, so you don't really have anything else to do. I see that your team comp has slightly changed too. You have Sombra now, and Diva, which is good. So, like, somebody actually picked a tank, imagine. And Diva is really good for, you know, for the front line and maybe tearing that shield down. Okay, let's proceed. Yep. You really don't have much going on in here because you're really unlucky with your team comp. I see Bimbo Baggins has switched to, in your team has switched to Pharah, which could be helpful, especially tearing that shield down. But you're trying to get a Lucio. Yep. And yeah, trying to get that Mercy, which is always good, you know, to get the Mercy first. They don't have a Pharah anymore. They have a Soldier 76, and the Hanzo just switched to an Ashe, which is, you know, something you can deal with. You probably have to deal with the Ashe. I see a lot of body shots though, like your shots aren't that much. Okay, that was good. See, I told you, dealing with Ashe will be a thing. And your team is actually pushing the payload now, and it's kind of working out. And yeah, you got the point now. Okay, let's see your positioning. This is great. This is like you're going ahead of a team, trying to get a few picks, especially now that their Orisa has died. It's a good thing to do, you know. You're going for a high ground there, which is also good. You can take down those still coming from their spawn. And again, the Orisa is the problem. Okay, you got killed by a Moira, a mysterious Moira that appeared. But it's okay. So let's see. So your Sombra just EMP'd. It would have been nice if she held onto that, so they would lose their shield, so you can get like extra picks. But it looks like your team is doing pretty well right now. And yeah, you're back on the high ground, which is good. Like, this is very important. Yeah. And there's a 76 soul coming up. Okay. You got captured another point. Strangely enough, this comp is really, you know, helping just one tank and for DPS and one heal. Use your ult, which is good because they're all respawning, so you could, you know, see where they come from. And oh, that was some ambitious shots you missed, but that was a good one. I mean, I think you should really get on the high ground here because you can't really see what's going on. That's a hog ult, and you should really get out of this situation because there's a Lucio and a Kree, and you really shouldn't be fighting like 3 people because it looks like nobody's helping you. Like in situations like these, just use your grapple and get away from it. Yep. But it looks like you're about to win. You're pushing the payload. Bimbo Baggins had an awesome ult, killing 2 people. They have a Pharah, but you don't care about the Pharah, which is should be like easy pick for you. Oh, it's our Pharah. I'm sorry, I was watching the wrong team. You're trying to get Moira, which is good. You know, the great thing you're doing is that you're not focusing the tanks, which a lot of, you know, Widowmakers in this rank do. You got a Winston now who's trying to counter you, but it doesn't seem much of a problem, you know. And you really should have grappled away from that situation. Especially when you know they have Winston, just keep your grapple for those situations, you know. Escape quickly. But it was a quick round. Got a decent amount of time left. And yep, that's cool. So overall, it was great. It's just your team didn't really cooperate with you. You would have probably done much better. There were like a few moments where you went for a kill in a situation that you couldn't get a kill realistically, because you know we're like either too many people on you, or you know. Jesus, I'm sorry about this. Let me mute the chat. Let's go. 8 hours, okay. So, you're playing Widowmaker again, and let's look at the team comp this time. So, in the opposite team they have D.Va, Zarya, Moira, Reaper, Lucio. You know, yeah, okay, cool. And in your team we have, well, this time we have 2 heals. We have Ana and Mercy, Sombra and Soldier, and D.Va. That's cool. Anyway, yep. Let's see how the game goes. It's really helping you that obviously the Mercy is trying to pocket you, I guess, because yep, those are some good shots. That was a good thing that you dropped down, because you know Pharah would have gotten you so easily there, up there. There's some nice like grapple moments where you're trying to, you know, launch yourself in the air, try to get the kill. It's always a good thing to do to get some, you know, general view of the situation and pick a kill. You already have your ult, which is pretty fast, meaning that you're being actually useful, doing a lot of damage, getting quite a few picks. Gotta admit, Mercy is helping you quite a lot here. She obviously pockets you, but what is good about this is that you really don't care about what's going on everywhere else, that you're really just focused on getting kills, which is what Widowmaker is supposed to do. You don't have to, you know, defend the payload. And some few SMG moments there. That was a great shot. That was a really good shot. Oh, also I didn't mention the fact that this is a low plat game, so we've settled that. There's some really good shots for a low plat player. And now you have a Widowmaker against you, which is making things more interesting. Meaning you probably have to, you know, duel her, although she was killed by a Sombra this time. That was great. That was good. The yep. So you saw the Widow, I suppose, and now you're trying to look for her, which is good, and you got her. And that's some great concentration there. That was a nice Venom mine, in case anybody wants to flank that part, you know, because you lost your position. And it's important to put your Venom mine to places where you could see, or you could, you know, protect yourself from, if you know what I mean. I hope, yeah. You're going for the Widow again, which is great, because if they have a Widowmaker, it's your job to duel her. It's really nobody else's business. There's not like much to comment on here, because Widowmaker is such a duelist character. Like, all you have to do is get picks, and your ult is not that much of a value either. Like, in general, there's not much to comment on your ability management, other than, yes, as I said earlier, save your grappling hook for escaping. If they have heroes that can dive you, for example. But looks like your team is doing quite well. You are doing very well, getting quite a few picks. You're keeping them off. They have a Winston again, so you gotta watch out for that.
No one can hide from my sight.
That was a random use of ultimate, but then again the round is about to end, so yeah, it's natural to use that. Like, it's the last moments of contesting, hopefully. And yeah, there's the Widowmaker doing her, and that's great. You know, you don't have to pay attention to what's going on in the payload because you have to get rid of that Widowmaker. And it looks like she was just AFK. And now's the time to help the team, which is great. You're doing that. And there's still a Lucio in the payload. It's really hard to get Lucio this close. That was a great shot though, but better to, you know, move away so it's easier to aim at the Lucio. You were trying to get the Widow there, that's fine. That was a great attempt. Yeah, right now the monkey's diving you. It's really desperate to get you, but you're not really bothered by it, which is great because, you know, you have a Mercy with you who seems to pocket you at all times. So as long as you have her, it's good. And yeah, you didn't have to contest that. It wasn't really your job. It was, the point was lost anyway because the rest of the team just died.
Here I am.
But overall, you're doing a great job playing Widowmaker.
I'm taking care.
Yeah. So let's see where the game takes us. You're really trying to get rid of that monkey, which is great because the monkey is actually the one that's the most dangerous to you at the moment, at least. And since you have Mercy helping you too,
No
then
one can hide from
you
my
can,
sight.
you're going in aggressive, which is nice. It helps you. And it's great that you're actually this your ultimate was actually really useful right now, which is great use of ult. And you got him. It's great. The Widow is trying to come for you. And you got her. Cool. There's a bit of some troubles with payload though. Your positioning is great though. Your you saw you felt them. Oh, okay.
No one
The great thing you did was actually escaping the monkey that crept behind you. Shows that you're very aware of what's going behind you too, and you drop down. It was great. Yeah. So now comes the other contesting moment. They have Lucy's ult. You're just keeping a distance. Are you trying to? Oh, you're trying to get the Widow, which is great. And they still got points, sadly. Which is unlucky, you know. It's not your fault. It's your team's fault. But you're still doing great, you know. You already have better time, which is good, you know. They probably won't push it on times anyway, so that's good. So you're going behind them, which is interesting. It's very bold, but I wouldn't do it personally because, but then again, you have Mercy with you, which is a big help in this situation.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Then again, maybe the Mercy should stay with the team. Maybe that's the reason you've been like losing all these points. Now you're just SMGing, like, which kind of worked out at the moment, but yeah, that was a great shot. It worked out at the moment, but it was kind of unnecessary.
No one can hide from
In switching positions, going a bit further away, which is great. Getting some picks. Trying to get a Mei, which is great because Mei is a really good contester. Hit her down would be nice. And then get the monkey. Yep. The great thing is that nobody really seems to, come after you either. Which kind of now that it just because it was just you and yeah. Anyway, yeah. I love that you're still. The one thing that you're doing wrong right now is you're still going for Widowmaker. Although it's a contestant, you should actually switch to something fast like Tracer that can contest the payload, and so your team can regroup and can win the fight. But yeah, looks like they're yeah. Now you switched to Tracer, but you should have done that earlier, Yeah, you should have done that earlier. Would have worked out great, possibly. But yeah, it's okay because your team has a lot more time than they have.
Initiating match.
So another 2 rounds then. Yeah. In general, I have nothing like bad to say. There are like some questionable moves, but overall,
Ready for battle.
your gameplay looks very decent. So they have a D.Va, Mei, Winston. Winston, D.Va, okay, it's gonna be tough playing against that duo when you're a Widowmaker,
Enough waiting around.
but you seem to handle the game on your own enough, and also you have apparently a popular Mercy,
Merci.
so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Also they have Baptiste and Lucio. They don't have a lot of damage though. They have Tracer too. Okay.
Attackers incoming.
And finally, your team has 2 tanks. You have Orisa and D.Va, which is great. So there's a Winston already on you, and you missed that grappling hook.
Just what I
Unlucky, I guess. Though D.Va and Winston are really into you, And for once, the Winston is jumping on Mercy with, which weakens your position too, because I think he's figured out that he's supposed to jump on Mercy. But looks like you're doing great, Yeah.
Comme c'est aimable de votre part.
Trying to get a Lucio. Yep. That was a great shot. That was good. I'm not sure what the hell was that.
No one can hide from
This is a
my
great,
sight.
way to use sights, because the maze ball was blocking all the movement. Also, you're like kind of on the high ground. Your team is kind of dead. You need to see what's going on. They're using ults too, so pretty difficult. I suppose that was a lucky shot by Mei. Seems so random. If I was you, I would just switch the Widowmaker because it's not really a good idea. You're not that much of a use for a team right now because the Winston is focusing you heavily, takes up a lot of energy for you to fight him. Like most of the times you win the fight, but is it worth it? Like playing something else. And also the D.Va seems to be focusing your Mercy too. You know, what a fucking boring review this is. I'm just commenting on the game. I feel like a game commentator. Anyway, I'm not gonna pause this shit. I'm not gonna overanalyze this shit. Somehow you won the round, but okay. This is gonna be a quick world review, you know. I just wanna get it over with because, you know, my mouth is dry already and I feel like a dumbass.
Initiating
Anyway, last round. Let's go. I wonder what your team is gonna pick now. Will it be 5 DPSs? No? I mean, by now it looks like a team really wants to win, so yeah.
ready for
So you have D.Va, Moira, and still the Mercy is pocketing you. They have Orisa, Baptiste, Mei, Bastion, and Lucio. This is gonna be tough, you know, because they have Orisa and Bastion and Mei too. And Baptiste is gonna keep that Bastion alive. It's gonna be tough
Double, triple,
as a
quadruple,
Widowmaker.
check your math.
Also, your team is kind of going for like D.Va Zarya, which is not that bad, but Doomfist okay. Well, we'll see how this works out. We'll see. It would help if you weren't AFK, because this is like I've seen this in this game before. Like you've been AFK, and that's not really useful. That's not helping a team. You're wasting the valuable time you have. So by now you don't. Now you can tell that they have Bastion. Okay, you're shooting the shield, which is have nothing else to do anyway. So you're getting some shots in, which is great. But now you're taking high ground. Trying to get Lucy, which is nice. Yeah, Hanzo too. But the Bastion is kind of a problem because nobody really... Your team can't really deal with the Bastion. But you have some great grapples to get those kills, you know. And your team also managed to kill the Bastion. Things should be easier now. That was great. You shouldn't have missed that, but you did. It's okay. It happens to everyone. You're really going forward. Putting the mine over there, which is great. So we can also see the Bastion is trying to set up high ground again. You might want to avoid that. But the great thing is that their Orisa is not really protecting the Bastion at all, you know. Which is their loss, I guess. Anyway. There was some thing going on there. Okay. You should have shot that faster. You had the Hanzo there. Okay, since you're missing one heal now, you don't have a mercy now, then you're going for med packs, which is inevitable. You're setting up on high ground, trying to get the piece, which is great. But somehow you bumped into Bastion. I don't know why it dropped down there. Didn't have to. But your team is handling the situation for now. Only for 3 people on the payload. Bimbo Baggins got an awesome kill streak over there. I think that saved the game. And you're fucking useless, aren't you? Okay. Thanks for listening. Thank God this is over. And bye bye.